Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the Wealth Thesis, where we decode the psychology of success to help you design a life of freedom. Today, we bypass the discussions of luck and illusory shortcuts. We are diving deep into the core foundation of every great achievement. After years of studying the career trajectories of billionaires, we recognize that wealth is not a random occurrence. It is the direct result of a learnable skill set. This is the reason why we made this video. 15 must-have skills will make you rich. We can ensure that your focus on developing these 15 skills will fundamentally reshape your career. This is an intensely detailed analysis, so to ensure you absorb every piece of information, we strongly advise you to prepare your notebook or open your notes app right now. Prepare to embrace the knowledge that we believe will alter the trajectory of your life. And now, let us explore the 15 must-have skills will make you rich. Skill number 1, discipline. Let's begin with the foundational skill, the one I believe constitutes the single greatest distinction between the successful and the unsuccessful: discipline. But today, we won't discuss discipline as mere dry perseverance. Instead, let us view it as a deliberate act of protection, a fortress wall you erect around what matters most. Successful individuals don't just possess the discipline to work hard, they possess the discipline to safeguard their focus, their time, and their private space. Their discipline is not about doing more, but about doing the right things and eliminating what doesn't serve the grand ambition. The poor and the rich share days of exhaustion, days they don't want to leave bed, days they want to quit. But the difference lies here. The successful possess the ability to dig deep within themselves, to find their true purpose, and subsequently act every day in accordance with that ideal. Discipline is not working when you feel motivated. Discipline is working even when the initial euphoria has completely vanished. Discipline is the number one reason people fail in life. They cannot discipline themselves to work for sustained periods. They are distracted by the new, the shiny, lacking consistency, and failing to adhere to the predetermined plan. Starting today, initiate small actions to create order in your life and environment. Discipline is the first key that unlocks the door to freedom. Skill number 2, continuous learning. After observing and researching the careers of the world's most successful people, I recognized they share a core trait. They never stop learning. Continuous learning is the only means to achieve success and sustain it in a world accelerating at breakneck speed. They learn not only through books, but through real-life situations and failures. They understand that their success hinges on their ability to continuously acquire new skills and deploy them to move forward. Picture the world as a surging river. If you stand still, the river will drag you away, or you will be left behind. Your ability to adapt and advance depends on continuously refreshing yourself, much like perpetually updating the software in your computer. The moment you stop learning, you begin to die. Deep understanding allows you to connect the dots that others cannot see. That is how great minds generate breakthrough ideas. They see the connections between seemingly unrelated concepts. Skill number 3, reading. If continuous learning is the vehicle, then reading is the highest quality fuel for that vehicle. You've likely heard countless times about the reading habits of the rich people. These are astounding statistics. Most rich people dedicate roughly 1 to 3 hours daily to reading. This habit is almost always clearly scheduled: early morning, during lunch, or a dedicated time after dinner. Bill Gates, one of the planet's most intelligent men, even schedules reading retreats lasting a full week, completely uninterrupted by technology. Mark Cuban is famous for dedicating 3 hours daily to reading about technology and business. What do they read? Certainly not romance novels or comic books. The genres the rich people consume are typically books focused on education, self-improvement, or career relevance. Why is reading so crucial? Reading extends your attention span, cultivates critical thinking, and fosters creativity. Books deliver profound ideas, not just superficial lessons. This is why Warren Buffett refers to his reading habit as the compound interest of knowledge. You are accumulating the experiences, strategies, and vision of the greatest minds, and every book you read increases the value of the books you will read next. So, how do you cultivate the reading habit of the rich? Begin by dedicating 30 minutes daily to reading. More importantly, carry a notebook to record ideas, phrases, and questions, and utilize your downtime. For example, instead of scrolling social media during traffic jams or while waiting, listen to audiobooks or podcasts to improve yourself. Skill number 4, the ability to break a process down into smaller steps. This is a skill where individuals in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields often excel, and it grants an enormous strategic advantage in business. Most people tend to focus solely on the final outcome. For example, I want to earn $100,000 this year. However, they lack the knowledge of how to break this goal down into stages and small, actionable steps. When goals are not fragmented into milestones, they remain nothing but vain dreams. Rich people think in reverse. They don't just set goals, they always create concrete plans and operate with a plan-to-win mindset. They set the ultimate goal. For example, $100,000 profit. They break it down into quarterly targets, $25,000 per quarter. They further break it down into monthly goals, weekly goals, and even daily actions. They continuously measure and track data through daily and weekly meetings to ensure they are on the right path. They prioritize their energy by practicing profound self-care and eliminating unnecessary trivial tasks to maintain focus on the large goal. If you aspire to be rich, you must learn to deconstruct a complex problem and tackle it step by step. Use methods like SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, to set concrete, measurable goals that are, most importantly, actionable. Skill number 5, time management. In the world of wealth, time is the ultimate currency. It is the sole resource we all possess equally, 24 hours every day. Yet when closing their eyes at night, some have achieved far more progress than others. Why? Because your current reality is a reflection of the choices you have made with your time. The poor and the average mindset often squander time on unimportant tasks, getting caught in the cycle of entertainment, impulsive shopping, or spending hours scrolling social media. Rich people allocate time rationally, categorize tasks by importance, and prioritize handling the most crucial work first. This is why their working days are incredibly productive. You can immediately implement the time management method used by successful people, the Eisenhower matrix. This method helps you categorize tasks into 4 groups: important and urgent, tasks requiring immediate completion; important but not urgent, schedule them. This is where long-term goal-serving tasks reside. Not important but urgent, tasks that can be delegated or outsourced. Not important and not urgent, tasks that can be eliminated. The Eisenhower matrix aids individuals and businesses in managing time more effectively by scientifically classifying and prioritizing work. This organization helps clarify goals, track progress, and adjust plans in a timely manner. When freed from the pressure of tight deadlines, the mind becomes calmer, reducing stress and overload. The result is increased work efficiency, faster goal attainment, and maintenance of work-life balance. Skill number 6, money management. Money management is the skill of transforming money from a means of consumption into a tool for generating profit. Treat money like little soldiers. Do not trade your army for temporary pleasures like trendy clothes or the latest iPhone. Instead, deploy them to the market so they return with more prisoners, meaning make the money multiply through investment. Money should be used to protect yourself. That is why the rich create multiple income streams from various industries. This builds a solid financial defense barrier, ensuring that if one industry faces a crisis, other income sources remain active to safeguard their assets. Skill number 7, the ability to quickly adapt to change. The world is changing faster than ever, and the rules of business are changing with it. If you are not flexible, you will be eliminated. The survivor is not the strongest, but the one who adapts the fastest. We have witnessed this happen to giants of yesteryear. Businesses fail due to complacency and unwillingness to adapt. Think of those who once dominated the market, but collapsed because they believed their business model was permanent and refused to change. Blockbuster refused to buy Netflix, and Yahoo refused to buy Google. This rigidity caused their disappearance. The rich understand that when a plan breaks, and the plan will surely break, you must be able to immediately shift your attitude, seek alternative paths, innovate, and overcome hardship. The dedication to keep moving forward is what helps you triumph during difficult times. If things are getting harder, it means you are leveling up in the game of life. Skill number 8, the ability to simulate outcomes. My friend, this 8th skill is considered a superpower, a way to cheat in the game of life. It is the ability to look into the future and decide which version you want to inhabit. But at a higher level, it is a strategic defense mechanism. While most people make decisions based on temporary emotions, the rich use their minds as a strategic laboratory. Every day, you stand at the crossroads of life. Successful people don't just choose, they simulate the consequences of each path. This simulation ability not only helps you avoid regret, but also creates financial certainty. It is the skill that enables you to make better and more accurate decisions for yourself. For example, if you are debating between employment or building your own company, simulate this. What will your daily life look like in 10 years? What sacrifices must be made? Will the work still bring you joy when you are 50? The more detailed the simulation in your mind, the more accurate your predictions, leading to better decisions for yourself with minimal risk. This skill helps you avoid regret by mentally living through the situation before committing to it. Skill number 9, self-motivation. There will always be difficult days, and you will feel alone on your journey. If you cannot self-motivate, you will never achieve sustainable success. Self-motivation is the ability to overcome the mental barriers that tell you that you cannot or should not bother. It is when you compel yourself to work because your desire is so fierce that nothing can stop you from achieving the life you want. The rich are often powerfully motivated, not just by money, but by what money can provide: influence, freedom, the ability to invest in passions, and legacy building. They typically set high standards for themselves and continuously strive to meet or exceed those standards. How to enhance self-motivation? Try a simple exercise. Delve deep within yourself to visualize your perfect life in an ideal world without obstacles. Then create reminders of that life. For example, changing your phone or computer wallpaper. Every time you see it, it will remind you that you need to work harder to achieve it. Skill number 10, the ability to connect with quality people. If you surround yourself with the right friends and the right mentors, they will protect you, help you grow faster, and leverage their knowledge/resources to support you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Therefore, choosing your companions is a crucial financial decision. The rich understand they cannot go it alone. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Finding the right mentor early will have the biggest impact on your life. A mentor accelerates your development, helps you navigate the world more easily, and helps you avoid the pitfalls they once encountered. Billionaires consistently prioritize this skill. They dedicate time and resources to finding and nurturing relationships with people who are intelligent, ethical, and visionary. They don't just seek advice. They seek insight and strategic support. Skill number 11, the ability to verbalize thoughts and emotions. This might sound like a soft skill, but it is the largest obstacle preventing people from achieving their authentic life. You would be surprised how few people can verbally express what they believe, feel, and think about an issue. People often fear speaking up when they feel differently. They fear confrontation, rejection, and rocking the social boat. And that is how you end up with a mediocre life. Imagine disliking a job but not daring to express your opinion, accepting that job for 20 to 30 years. That is truly a burden, an unsatisfying compromise that robs you of long-term sustainability. Whether you like something or not, cultivate the habit of expressing your thoughts and feelings truthfully and constructively. This brutal honesty is part of discipline, keeping you on the right course. Skill number 12, selling and negotiation. Everything you do in life is a process of selling or negotiation. Life is a continuous negotiation with others, with yourself, and even with time. If you want a job, you need the ability to sell your skill set against other potential candidates. Even to yourself, You must sell the idea that you can do better than what you are doing today. Selling is not deceiving or lying. Selling is a rational process where you explain why your solution will add value to the other party. People will exchange money for things they perceive to be more valuable than the money they just spent. If you want to be rich, you must prove that what you offer is worth the money. Consider negotiating with time by doing things others are not doing right now. For example, learning a new skill instead of watching TV. You are negotiating a future where you can enjoy a life that many others cannot. You are selling the immediate gratification of the present for the financial freedom of the future. Skill number 13, knowing how to listen. If you are the one speaking, you will not grow because you are only putting out what you already know. Speaking is assertion, listening is acquisition. The only way you improve is through active listening, truly paying attention, creating a mental blueprint of the information, and being able to access it when needed. This is the golden rule of the rich. Always assume the person you are talking to knows something you do not. This humility is what separates the true achievers from the pretenders. Do not let arrogance blind you. Growth is more important than attempting to create the impression that you already know everything. Billionaires and great leaders consistently value the skill of listening. They don't just listen to the words, they listen to what is not being said. They listen to the anxiety of the market, the frustration of the customer, and the silence of the competitor. Skill number 14, learning to outsource. If you are ambitious, you are always constrained by the 24-hour limit of a day. No matter how hard you work, you cannot do more than that alone. That is when you need to learn how to buy other people's time and deploy it toward your goals. Learning to outsource is a sign of mature business thinking. The rich don't do everything. They perform the tasks that yield the highest value and delegate the rest. One of the biggest mistakes new entrepreneurs make is trying to do everything themselves to save money. But they forget that their time is the most expensive commodity. Remember this core saying, done now is better than trying to be perfect, but never moving forward. Do not let perfectionism regarding small tasks prevent you from achieving the big goal. Skill number 15, emotional intelligence, EQ, and empathy. Finally, but no less crucial, is the skill that helps you navigate the dangerous waters of the vast social mechanism, emotional intelligence. EQ allows you to interact with people, understand them, talk to them, and motivate them. Individuals lacking EQ often feel frustrated, think everyone hates them, and believe others are unjustly promoted. They fail to understand that those with high EQ often outperform those with high IQ in life, simply because others genuinely want them to succeed more. Great success never comes from one person. It comes from leading, building a team, and generating consensus. If you understand the motivations and emotions of your team, your customers, and your partners, you can create an environment where everyone is willing to give their utmost effort to help you achieve your vision. EQ is the ability to generate loyalty, trust, and cooperation, things that money cannot buy. Friend of the Wealth Thesis, Thank you for dedicating your valuable time to walk through these 15 foundational skills with us. We have seen that true wealth is not the result of searching for a secret or a shortcut. It is the result of discipline, continuous learning, and strategic interaction with the world around you. Our goal is not just to change mindset, but to foster action. Your restlessness and craving to change your social standing must be converted into concrete actions, starting with the skills you have noted today. Which skill will you focus on over the next 90 days to create the biggest difference in your life? Please share your answer and commitment in the comments below. The Wealth Thesis community is where we inspire each other, and your transformation will be a powerful motivation for others. If this content has brought you valuable information, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next valuable lessons. We will see you in the next video, and remember, you can change your life starting today.